Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. Welcome again to another video. Now, today's video is a special video. This is a haul video. I've been doing this recently and I enjoy them very, very much. But this is going to be concentrating on action figures. Now, starting with random stuff, I found this actually at Ross, which was a surprise. This is for the Back to the Future collection from NECA, which already stopped. You know, they're not producing anything else. A lot of people are dissatisfied, but it was a surprise to find this one. I never really saw it anywhere else, at least in my case. This is, of course, here, Marty McFly with his suit, you know, Tales from Space. This is a pretty nice, pretty cool pickup. As you can see, I like the art box. And I still have, you know, and this is the funny thing, I still have the Tommy DeLorean that needs to be unboxed. I haven't done it, still in the box, it's in my garage somewhere. And I always said I'm gonna unbox it, I'm gonna share it with you, but I haven't really gotten the chance of it, and I need to get to it and maybe create some sort of display with it. But this is another piece of the puzzle. I definitely have not every character, not every figure that was produced, but I have the most important figures for the collection. Continuing with NECA, one of those lines is Gargoyles, but I almost have the entirety of the collection, and I pick up some more. I got this one. This is the I found it. I don't know if I found it at Walmart or I ordered it. I don't remember, but I already have one in the box. I needed an extra one because I do like the box and I want to keep it that way for display. But I needed another one just so I can just open and actually play with and, you know, pose and do all kind of things and dioramas. So I got a new one. Of course, this is based on the video game, the Sega video game, which is a classic. I like this. It's good to have another one. I found that for a good price, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I found it randomly. I had to order it. I don't remember. So much stuff that I order, I just don't remember how things come. But I got another one just in case. I also found this, and I know this I found at Walmart, this Brooklyn. I was missing that, and I like Brooklyn. Very nice figure for sure. Love the detail, love the portrait. One of my favorite characters in the cartoon. I'm still missing Broadway and Lexington. I'm missing the two different variants of Broadway, the Detected Broadway, and of course, the regular one. Lexington has been the hardest to find. I've seen Broadway everywhere at a good price. I'm gonna order that soon. Lexington is the one that I'm still tracking, and it was the last one that was released, and the hardest to find so far. No one sells it, and I found a few stores, but they sell them for like a premium price. There's a store that I want to go and visit very, very close, and they normally carry a lot of stuff, but it's probably an hour and a half away or so. I'll visit it. Maybe they have it there because I know they always carry a lot of the stuff. I got this at Best Buy. They had it on discounted price, actually half price, which was great. Goliath and Demona. Of course, I got the original Goliath. I also have the original Demona, but this comes with the switch out portraits, and they have different variations and different things and accessories. Beautiful set, honestly. Very nicely done. Actually, if you want to have another one just to display, I don't know if I want to do that. Sometimes I do that also. So yeah, very cool. They have done really a nice job with this. So the sad part is, of course, they have left in hiatus, and we don't know if it's ever coming back. And some of the stuff that they showcase, of course, not this year, but last year San Diego Comic-Con. Are we gonna see that? I honestly don't know, and like a lot of collectors, I'm definitely disappointed, but it's something that you get used to with NECA, unfortunately. Something that thankfully hasn't been the case for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, continuing with randoms, I'm super glad that this piece that I have right here, this figure, the Thundercats Life, the leader of the reptilian mutants, this one was sold out. It's sold pretty quick. I never got the opportunity. I skip it as I always do, thinking, oh, I'm gonna find a better deal, or I can wait till certain date, till the holidays or whatever, when I normally buy more stuff. But it sold quickly, so it was not available. So, but they re-release it. Super7 has been re-releasing a lot of the figures that they have. You can find them at the store. They are selling quick at the store. The last time I checked, this week it was still available, but they said that they have short stock. But also it's available at Big Bad Toy Store. I'm sure in other stores. Super glad that they re-released this one. It is a hefty, beautiful figure. I can see just looking at it. slight look menacing there. The only that's difference, and I think this is just what's happening now with the figures. You remember this, and I have others in this collection. They come with a sleeve. In this case, this came without it, and I'm thinking that that's where they're doing, because I've seen other reviews, people of other figures, the newer figures, or some of the restock, they don't come with it. At least the stuff that comes from a Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not sure if that's what's happening if you order directly from them. But to be honest with you, who cares? Because ultimately, I'm still going to take it out of the box. And I love the art. Very nice art right there. More random stuff. Here you have this set of course, He-Man and Skeletor celebrating the 80th anniversary of Mattel. This has been a confusing thing for a lot of people. It was for me when I saw it at the store at Target. I'm thinking 80 years? I don't think it's that old. But then I realized when I read it, oh, this is a celebration of Mattel. And makes sense because they're doing kind of like the celebration with a lot of different of the toy lines, Barbie, all of that. The toy lines that really have made Mattel what Mattel is. And of course, He-Man is one of the biggest in the 80s, of course, for kids. I think for a lot of us, Mattel was synonymous with Masters of the Universe. So they created this set. Very nice. I saw the review of Pixel Dan. They are very nice inside. I saw in the store they have some that they have issues with their paint. They were missing paint on He-Man. So I was very careful to pick the one that was properly painted, and I'm glad for that. And it's a very nice set, to be honest with you. It's not at the same, you know, if you want to compare it to the original toys, you're gonna find things and differences, and you're still perhaps not gonna like it, but they did a good job in trying to replicate it. And it has one of those, of course, once you open it. If I get the chance to do the review, I'll show you. In the meantime, you can watch Pixel Dan for sure. But the way you can take them out of the package, you can put it back in the package. It's just a beautiful way to display it. I like it like this. I might just leave it like that and never take it out of the box this way, because I still like the art. I love the people. I forgot the name, but I have the book that Dark Horse Comics printed or published with the art of the Masters of the Universe and Masterverse, which is fantastic. They have done really a nice job with the art. G.I. Joe, of course, you cannot miss G.I. Joe. I've been, honestly with you, I've been a bit of a bum when it comes about collecting. I kind of slowed down a bit with G.I. Joe. I need to get to it. I still have stuff that they needs to come out of the box. The helicopter, what was that? The Firefly needs to come out of the box. Still in the box after 2 years or so. Unbelievable, but whatever. It is what it is. So I went to Target and I saw this G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. This is, I think, the 4th version they ever did in the 90s. At that time, I was not collecting toys. However, this is a version that happens in the comics. I remember G.I. Joe comics, like 100 issue, I think 113, 114 or so. I was kind of going through the books and I found it. It was there. That's when I saw it the first time. I love the katanas, love the color. You cannot go wrong with Snake Eyes different versions. There were always different versions of Snake Eyes, and then this is one of my favorite ones. Color-wise, looks amazing. Definitely looks more modern, more, you know, I don't know, tactical. So I like that too. But I realized that I was missing a Storm Shadow, which is surprising because Storm Shadow, you know, it's Storm Shadow. How can you miss Storm Shadow? So I saw that they had it on special sale at Big Bad Toy Store. This is I think the first Storm Shadow they did. Very nice. Still has the, like, you know, remember when this line came out, they have the art like that. This is like number 35. So imagine that, they released a lot of them. Very classic Storm Shadow, so I grab it. Now I'm glad. I know I have other Storm Shadows, but I don't know if I have them all. But this is a very good Storm Shadow. I think if you go to Big Bad Toy Store, it's always on sale. They still, you know, Big Bad Toy Store, you know, carries a lot of stuff. You just have to dig deep. You have to go through all of it, finding the good stuff and the good sales, and you'll find some good figures. But this is a very nice one. Glad I got this too. Honestly, I need to continue to grow my classified series. There's so much stuff that they release all the time. I go more for the stuff that resembles the cartoon or the stuff that is more on the comics rather than all the craziness and colors and variations that they do with the toys. I don't need to have every variant, but I like the stuff that is more resembles some of the stuff that I have in my memory, and that is the cartoon, of course, and that is the comics. Now, moving on to Transformers. This month was fantastic. And here you have two of the pieces that I was able to grab. They are at Target, so I recommend you to go there. I love the Transformers Devastation video game. I think it's a fantastic game. Too bad that it's no longer for sale. I wish it's available, you know, that they can re-release it at the same time with War of Cybertron and Fall Cybertron for the, you know, modern consoles. That would be great if they bring it back. Who knows? They've been I've heard that they're talking about bringing it to Xbox, but hey, we will know for sure when that time comes. But they have this base on the art, on the cartoon, so they're repaints, but I love the repaint, more kind of cel shaded way of look, and I like it. Of course, I already have Wheeljack, the first one that came out with, you know, through, what was that, Kingdom or whatever. This one looks great. I like the colors. I'm still gonna compare them. The other one's still in the box, like everything else I have really, it's always in the box. I'm terrible at opening stuff. We also have Sideswipe, and this is one that I really like, honestly. And although, you know, a lot of people have mentioned or complained about the portrait being the Red Alert portrait, but this is based on in this case, the video game. So yeah, it may have that different portrait, but it doesn't bother me at all. To be honest, I'm not as picky. I think it looked great on this mold. I do have the Red Alert mold on this, but I was missing the original that came out on this. Maybe I'll grab it if I find it, but I do like the way, of course, the cel shading and the, of course, on the glass and everything in the vehicle. Like it more than how they simply paint, or the very boring blue that they painted on Optimus Prime. I do not like the Optimus Prime that they did to kind of for Devastation. It's a smaller version, a smaller size. I prefer the one, of course, Studio Series 86. That's the best, and still have it on the box. Needs to come out too. Again, like everything else I have is still in the box. But this are two pickups. I got him at Target. I recommend you to go there. I seen that there's plenty there. But the biggest pickup for me for Transformers this month, the one I'm super happy that it happened, is that I finally was able to collect all the Constructicons. I have all of them now, as you can see. Here you have Bone Crusher, Scavenger, very cool. This took me a little while. This was the last one. I have to kind of dig for it, or I have to kind of order. I don't know if it was Big Bad Toy Store or somewhere, or even Hasbro store. But finally, this Bone Crusher, I found it at Walmart. So I found everything in random places. Max Master was, I think, Target, and Scrapper, I think that was a Walmart. So kind of have to go place to place to find this stuff. But I have those, and the most important set here, of course, the one that completes everything, long haul hook. This one is here. So I'm very happy with this. Now I have all the pieces, and I can finally get the opportunity to build. You know, that's one toy that I wanted so bad as a kid, and I never got the opportunity. I used to play with friends that have the whole set, and it was fun. I think one of my best friends had it, but I never had it all. Now, finally, I can relive that and get the opportunity, finally, as an adult, to have all the pieces together and have the whole thing. This was a dream. This is a dream come true. So I'm super glad. But yeah, it's very cool. Now, Marvel Legends is the gift that keeps on giving. I'm always happy to collect Marvel Legends because there's so many things to collect and so many figures added constantly. And I found this Iron Man. I skipped it so many times at a lot of different places, didn't care much about it until I found it at Ross at a good price. Just recently too. Model 01, this is the gold version. And I like this. I like the gold version even more than the silver one, although they're both comparable in my mind. But this is, of course, classic era. Looks great. Even the portrait, although that portrait looks more 70s than actual classic 60s. I think a different portrait would have been better than this one. Still a great portrait. And accessories, hands. So some people have complained about the paint, some of the overspray in some of the areas. It's not fully gold. I think it's a great piece on display. It looks like you can see with the lighting here in the room, it shines with the plastic. So I think it's gonna be, I like the fact that you can see the eyes. Very nice. Love this Iron Man collection. I also saw the re-release that just came out of Doctor Doom, one that was completely sold out for a long time, hard to come by, but they released it. I think I ordered this from the Hasbro store. Also, you can find it at Big Bad Toy Store. Very cool. Doctor Doom, classic outfit, all of that. He comes with everything, his gun too, and his pouch. So many things, so many great accessories, looking fantastic. I've seen some people actually adapting and changing the, the plastic cape into an, like a regular cloth cape. Fine, you're gonna do that. I like it the way it is. This is a great collection. Still need to continue to to add more stuff to the Fantastic Four collection. I have, of course, a lot of the figures for this particular collection. The same with Iron Man. I don't think I have them all. Missing one or two. The same thing you can say for Fantastic Four. But, you know, this is the thing. I don't collect everything as it comes. Little by little, I start adding and continue to add until I kind of fill the roster. And I try to concentrate on the things that are great or the things that I find at a great price. So, yeah, that's how you do it. You know, that way you save a few bucks here and there. But it is not the only thing that I got from Marvel Legends. I think the biggest thing for me from Marvel Legends is definitely the Gamerverse stuff. Of course, I did show you that I have on my last video, this one, Thanos, and of course, Psylocke. I have 2 sets of this. Fantastic figures, I'm telling you, fantastic figures. Love the art. I have to grab 2 because, hey, you know, they just look great. I like this, actually, this set. But I was missing the others, and I said that I would get them. Well, I did. I got have the Captain America versus Venom, which I'm telling you, this Captain America looks awesome. It looks awesome. The Venom, love the colors. Of course, resembles the video game. Love the design, everything. The only thing I'm not necessarily a fan of is I think it's undersized. It needs to be bigger than that. Venom needs to be a big fella. Even in the video game, it's bigger. So it's kind of like the same, maybe just a tidbit larger than Captain America, but it should be bigger, way bigger than that. So yeah, that's the only complaint that I can have with Venom. I still love the colors. They went for a nice scheme, and it's just great like that. But yeah, it's great display. Again, the art, the way they do the art on the sides, that is awesome. So I grabbed that one. This is perhaps one that a lot of people are definitely freaking out with, Wolverine and Silver Samurai. This Wolverine is larger, but it is an amazing look of Wolverine for sure. Really huge, but it's so poseable. It's perhaps the best Wolverine, and I'm saying it, you know, there's always a good Wolverine from Marvel Legends. They always have great Wolverines. It's just something that they do. It's like they always, the next Wolverine surpasses the one that you had before. It's something so natural now for Marvel Legends. But that looks amazing, and that Silver Samurai looks amazing too with the accessories. Very nice recolor too. I think I like this, just the recolor, better than the one that came from the retro collection not long ago, and it's just fantastic. I think that one had maybe an extra portrait. This one doesn't, but in any case, still great. And this is a very nice display too. I'm thinking that I need to grab another one just for display, just to have that. But the biggest thing for me that came with the collection, it's Juggernaut. This is, I'm telling you, a huge baby. This is big and heavy. And I'm surprised that it's even taller than their Marvel Select, which in my opinion, for the longest, was the best Juggernaut ever. The best Juggernaut ever. This is way better in a lot of ways, just for the accessories. Although I'll tell you, the Marvel Legends are still, it's an amazing, the paint, the sculpt is still amazing, the detail is still amazing. But this one surpasses because it comes with extra switch out hands, and definitely the accessories are there. It's more poseable, not like super poseable, but it's more poseable, and it's super huge, which is surprising because all the other Juggernauts that we have were dwarfed by that Marvel Select. This one is bigger, which is always a welcome thing. This is how you're supposed to do Juggernaut. Well, guys, there you have it. This is my haul from October. October was, without a doubt, the best month in 2025 for me, at least so far. We still have 2 months to go, but it was fantastic. I was able to pick up a lot of different things, excited for everything for sure, but some of the stuff was very exciting, like, you know, Devastator of the Gamerverse line. It's been fantastic being able to do things for Gargoyles and some other lines that I'm working on. It's always a fun trip, and I'm telling you, I feel, as a person who has enjoyed action figure collecting for a long time, as a toy collector, it is amazing to see what companies are doing. I think this year is going to be fantastic, regardless of what's happening with the pricing and tariffs and all the stuff, the challenges companies are facing, collectors are facing worldwide. I think it's going to be a fantastic year. I see that companies, small companies, big companies, everyone is setting themselves, are restocking, they're reissuing a lot of different things from the past. They're producing amazing looking figures, and they're selling a lot of stuff. And I think this holiday season is gonna be fantastic. It's hard to tell because a lot of people will say that the golden age of collectibles or toys was back in the 80s or so, but I think we're in a golden age in a way. Maybe you can call it the silver age or so if you're thinking about comics, use that as a reference of collecting. My friends, I want to say again, thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Let me know what is the thing that I shared here today that was exciting for you. Maybe you added that to your collection. Maybe one thing that you added this month, the last few weeks or so, that has really made you excited. Anything that you're looking for before Christmas, let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button, and please do all those things because that's what really pushes my videos, being able to be more visible for other people and new viewers. Support me through Patreon if possible. If not, that's fine. But follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I try to share their stuff too. Support me there too. It will be awesome to have conversations there with you. I'm always open for conversation. And once again, take care. God bless. And I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.